Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions getting ready to take on the Ellsworth Bearcats. We're a couple minutes away from the start of tonight's boys matchup, and Mike, a little bit of a tough challenge for the boys tonight, coming in looking at this Ellsworth team, a very tall ball club.
They're tall and they're deep. They're 6'6", 6'5", 6'5", and they could start 6'6", 6'2", and 5'11", so they do present a little bit of a challenge here tonight for Minneapolis, but I think ball movement and tenacious defense will negate that height factor that Ellsworth has. You know, Dale, we had a pretty decent interview sitting in front of us. We let her slip away from us. We'll have to get Coach Giles, Dana Giles, to give us a little interview about that cross-country team. Now, you know, with the accolade of being the Coach of the Year in the 3A cross-country realm. Minneapolis getting ready to start here. Scott is finishing the final touches of the book. Scott will have the play-by-play for you here from Ellsworth.
The Ellsworth boys are 4-0. Minneapolis leads the series 42-37, but Ellsworth won the last 3 in a row and 5 of the last 6. But 5 of those games have been decided by 3 points or less.
I was going to say, there's been some real close ones, both here and...
One of them's been by 7, 2 of them have been in overtime. So it's been a pretty close series. Minneapolis need to get back in the win column here against the Ellsworth Bearcats tonight if they can on the Ellsworth home floor.
Well, guys, I'm going to stand up for this one as we get ready for tonight's boys matchup. As for the Minneapolis Lions, going to have a little different look tonight for the starting lineup. As I look down there for Minneapolis, we've got for Minneapolis Casey Argenbright, number 3, followed by number 15 Grayson George for Minneapolis, as well as number 33 for Minneapolis, that is Dylan Crossan, 23 Logan Weedle, as well as number 34 for Minneapolis Keegan McCullough for Minneapolis Lions. So Minneapolis Lions, as you said, coming in 1-1 on the year, as Ellsworth 4-0. Now, I'm not sure the quality of play, who they played. Ellsworth, you said
Lions, Lucas Luray, Claflin, and Lincoln. So Lions a fairly good size school. 3A, the other 3 are 2A and 1A.
Except for Lincoln's 1A.
And Lucas Luray's 1A also.
What was that?
Lucas Luray, I believe, is 1A also.
Oh, there, Lucas Luray. Okay. So for the Ellsworth Bearcats, starting out for them, number 41 for Ellsworth, a 6'6" junior, Levi Freeze, as well as looks like number 33, Talon Rice, a 5'11" senior. And I'm going to have to wait until they sit back down and get them out there, guys. Minneapolis in their traveling red, and Ellsworth in their home white. Here in a loud crowd here tonight in this gymnasium, and they do put up some noise as Minneapolis Lions getting ready to do battle tonight against the Ellsworth Bearcats. Mike Perry will do the stats. Dale Leach on the camera. Myself, Scott Oshman, will do my best to do the play-by-play as Minneapolis and Ellsworth getting ready to do battle. A tough challenge tonight ahead for the Minneapolis Lions.
Ellsworth with a starting lineup of 6'6", 6'4", and 6'5" up front. So Minneapolis will have to block out and get some position trying to control the boards.
They've got some height, and also not to be sneezed at is number 15, a sophomore. Did a very good job as a guard last year's freshman. Watch him.
As they're size-wise, I'm looking down here, as you said, they've got some size, and they've got some size still on the bench for Ellsworth. Ball goes into the hands of Ellsworth, number 15, which is Glasser. Glasser on the outside, guarded by Argenbright. Picks up the dribble, gets it on the outside. Swing pass on the outside, back to Glasser. Glasser will drive inside, take a shot from the lane, off the mark, and oh, wow. Off of 2 Minneapolis players. Went to the floor on that one as Grayson George and Dylan Crossan get their feet tangled. Air ball by Ellsworth. It will stay with Ellsworth, though, after the mishandle by Minneapolis. Inlet pass on the inside, and it's missed by the Bearcats.
Yeah, that's nice defensive play there by Grayson George just to get a finger on it. I think just partially blocked.
Shively back to Glasser for three. Glasser hits the three-pointer from the outside as Ellsworth takes the lead at 3-0. Falling back in the hands of Keegan McCullough, back to Grayson George. Grayson goes in, and he's going to lower his shoulder, and they're going to call him with the charge as he lowers his shoulder on the big guy, and that will give it back in the hands of the Ellsworth Bearcats. Glasser with the ball as he will bring it down for Ellsworth. Glasser guarded by Argenbright. Pulls to the right-hand side. Nice inlet pass, but it's going to be off of his hands, off the hands of Smith, out of bounds. Turnover back to Minneapolis. Grayson George with the ball for the Lions as he will cross the timeline. Gets it over to Casey Argenbright. Looks down low. Crossover dribble. Shot. Back in the hands of Keegan McCullough. Back to Logan Weedle for three. And he makes it. Nice shot by Logan Weedle from the left-hand corner. Ties the ball game up at 3. 6:51 left to go here in the first half.
Good to see Logan knock down that first one for Big Blue, but they're big
Glasser for three. Off the mark. Rebound by Grayson George. Grayson goes up against the big guy. Grayson's got some ups.
Had the position.
As Grayson had great position, he went straight up for that basketball as well.
We're going to have to block out well tonight against his height.
Big rebound by Grayson down there.
So, Grayson George inbounds the ball for the Lions. Gets it to Keegan McCullough. A little handoff to Casey Argenbright off the glass, and good. Nice shot by Casey. Great little set play by the Lions on the inbounds there. Does a little handoff. Gets it to Casey for the bucket. 5-3, Lions on top. 6:21 left in the first quarter. Glasser on the outside. Gets it in the hands of Smith. Smith will drive the ball. Oh, goes up hard. Ball no good. Rebounded by. Rebounded by.
George had it. Couldn't quite bring it in.
And then Logan Weedle got a hold of it and was out of bounds when he got it. Ball goes to Smith. Smith back on the outside to number 13, Fink. Fink back to number 4, Shively. Shively, no good. And the follow by number 41, Freeze, as Freeze gets the bucket. A lot of bodies flying on the inside. Ball goes to Grayson George on the left wing. Keegan McCullough as he will set it up. Brings back over to Grayson. Grayson looks at it, brings it down, pulls it up. Shot up in the lane, no good. Rebounded by Freeze. Freeze brings it down, gets it in the hands of Glasser. Glasser back on the outside. Swing pass in the inside. Shot up and no good. Rebounded by Ellsworth. And nice follow by Fink as he gets a little shot underneath the bucket.
Drove under the bucket. Got the reverse layup.
Keegan McCullough with the ball. Gets it to Logan Weedle. Logan looks in the inside, goes to Dylan Crossan. Off the mark, rebounded by Casey Argenbright. How is that not a foul? Casey loses the ball with the travel, and that will go back to the Bearcats. 7-5, Ellsworth with a lead, 4:59 in the first quarter.
He probably should have pulled it out. Too many trees there.
A lot of trees in there. Freeze on the outside, goes back to Fink. Fink goes, nice steal right there by Grayson George, and then he's fouled by number 0, Clancy Smith. Smith at 6'5", and of course Grayson George only listed as 6'1", but
Grayson plays long at 6'1".
Grayson with the ball, back to Casey Argenbright. Casey will bring it down to set it up. Darrow and Macy getting ready to check in for the Lions. Back to Keegan McCullough from the top of the key, back to Argenbright. Argenbright back to Weedle. Weedle swing pass over to McCullough. McCullough down low to Crossan. Crossan gets his man up in the air, shot up and good. Nice job, Dylan Crossan, as he takes it in amongst the trees, tied up at 7 here at 4:20 in the first quarter. Ball on the outside, handled by Glasser. Glasser Swing pass. Oh, stolen by Grayson George as he takes it right away from him. Grayson will take it right in, and no good, but Argenbite is going to be fouled. Nice job by Grayson George to get the steal as he takes it all the way down. Casey will be fouled. And it will be called on the floor. Minneapolis checking in. Charlie Lynn as well as John Darrow and Kyler Macy as Dylan Crossan, Logan Weedle, and Casey Argenbite will check out. Tied up at 7. Grayson George to inbounds for the Lions. Into Macy. Macy back to Darrow. Darrow back on the outside to Grayson. Grayson drives up and no good. Rebounded by the Bearcats. Had the little drive on the baseline. Couldn't quite put it up and over the rim. There's a, nice job by Kyler Macy. Nearly had the turnover right there. Ball back in the hands of Snively. Back. Swing pass over to Glasser. Nice inlet. And we got a foul on the floor. Didn't see who the foul was on. Foul is on Grayson George. So on the floor, the Bearcats will inbounds. Glasser to inbounds for the Bearcats.
2 team fouls each here.
Tied up at 7.
3:38 to go in the quarter.
Shot in the lane, no good. And nice hustle by Keegan McCulloch. Keegan had good position, but was kind of forced out, kind of pushed out of the way a little bit there.
Yeah, the big guy did a good job holding Keegan back, keeping him from getting to the ball.
Tanner Rohr, a 5'10" junior, checks in for the Bearcats as one of their big guys goes out. Oh, nice job by Minneapolis as he picks it up. He's got to get rid of it now. Gets to Kyler Macy. They have to get across. And he does to Grayson George. Good hustle by the Lions to see the help and need to get back there. Kyler Macy on the outside. Picks up his dribble, goes to Grayson George inside to Charlie Lynn. Charlie back to Grayson for 3. Off the mark. And it'll be out of bounds back to the Bearcats. Tied up at 7 here. 3:02 left to go in the first quarter. Back in the hands of Glasser for the Bearcats. Guarded by Kyler Macy. Swing pass over to Shively. Shively back to Freeze. Freeze back to number 5. Rohr on the outside. Back over goes inside. And there's a charge on the inside as the big guy, number 13, Ethan Fink, 6'4" senior, lowers the shoulder. And he gets his first personal foul. Minneapolis checks in. Lions.
Nice position there by Charlie Lynn, and the big guy from Ellsworth with the player control foul there. Hooked him.
Yoxel checks in for McCulloch. Back to Yoxel. Yoxel back to Grayson George. Grayson on the outside. As he picks it up, goes back to Kyler Macy. Macy on the outside looks into Charlie Lynn. Charlie on the outside. Tries to get position. Goes back to Lynn. Back to Macy. Macy on the outside. As he'll set it up. Picks up his dribble. Goes to Grayson George. Grayson picks up the ball. Had a partially blocked. No call. Back in the hands of the Bearcats. And Bearcats are going to call a timeout to talk about this one. Tied up at 7 at the 2:08 mark. Ellsworth's not seeing something they like. Minneapolis tied up at 7 here against the Ellsworth Bearcats. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. We'll be back in just a second.
Farm Bureau's wide range of insurance and financial products help protect what's most important, your family, auto, home, and other possessions. Call your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Minneapolis, George Dressy. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior Senior High School. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
Okay, guys, I'm not sure. I don't know when it's been that I've seen this many 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" kids on one squad.
Well, at this level, for sure.
At this level, yeah, exactly. Yeah, 3A high school basketball level. Ellsworth with the ball, goes inside. Great job on the inside. Good hustle by Andrew Yoxel.
Nice hands there.
Macy. And Macy will get fouled there in the backcourt. Kyler Macy doing a great job of pressure defense. Kyler, a great defensive player, does a great job of putting some pressure on the defensive side with his speed and hustle.
Ellsworth has had some height here in the last
Yeah, they have. So Grayson George charting in, Andrew Yoxel and Darrell will check out as Ardenbright and Crossan, Weedle, and McCulloch check in. Ball goes back to Minneapolis, back to Ardenbright. That's going to help Minneapolis being able to run them in and keep some kids coming in fresh. Goes inside. Oh, nice inlet pass to Dylan Crossan. Ah! And he misses on the inside. Great inlet pass, though.
Got to get those to drop.
On the outside. Shot goes up, no good. And rebounded by McCulloch. McCulloch with the rebound. And he pulls it down, gets it in the hands of Logan Wheel. Puts it up and good. Nice job by Logan. Great eye movement by Keegan McCulloch to see the floor and to get that outlet pass into the hands.
1:15 to go in the quarter, 9-7 Minneapolis.
9-7 Lions with the lead. Freeze with the ball back in the hands of May. May on the outside. New player in for the Bearcats, a senior. Back to number 5, Roar. Roar goes back over, goes inside to May. Back to Freeze. Inlet pass goes inside, and Ethan Shively gets a little bunny on the inside. Macy to bring it down and set up. Tied up at 9. Weedle on the outside. Goes back to Ardenbright with 40 seconds left in the quarter.
I think Coach Shoup wants the boys to look for the last shot here at the end of the first quarter. He's got that one finger up. We're going to get some motion here.
Crossan back to Macy. Macy back to Weedle. Weedle back to Ardenbright to set it up. 25 seconds left as they pull out.
Back to shoot here.
Weedle back to Ardenbright. 12 seconds. Weedle for 3. Beautiful. Oh, I thought that was a done one. Inside to Crossan, misses on the inside. Oh, wow. Good hustle by Minneapolis. Great effort by the Lions right there. That 3 was in and out. And Crossan gets a rebound.
It rolled around and went
halfway down and came back out. It was down the hatch. And then we had another crack at it.
2 tracks.
Good hustle by the Lions. Tied up at 9 here at the end of 1. You're listening to 910 KNE.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Where do you go when you need groceries? Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you will encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Roth Repair has been a fixture in Minneapolis for some time now. Fixture, get it? Roth Repair can fix, replace, maintain, patch, build, remodel, and mend just about anything. The work is professional and the cost is reasonable. Roth Repair, Minneapolis. Call them today if you need something done right the first time.
It's fast, it's furious, and it's fun. It's Minneapolis Raceway. Minneapolis Raceway has brought you exciting races to Central Kansas and will continue the tradition. Minneapolis Raceway will give you and your family some of the most exciting races ever seen. Go Lions!
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions and the Ellsworth Bearcats tied up at 9 here with to start the second quarter. Grayson George inbound the ball. We'll get it to Keegan McCulloch to set it up. Back to Casey Ardenbright. Starting lineup back in for the Lions as they go into Grayson George. Nice inlet pass. Oh, no good. Dylan Crossan with the rebound, and he'll be fouled, and he will go to the line. Minneapolis not afraid right now to take it into the trees.
Yeah, well, and we've been doing a good job of getting position and boxing out, and that's very helpful.
Yeah. 7:52, Dylan Crossan at the line. Shot is up and good. Nice shot by Dylan. Still have another one coming.
And I think we've been very good on the offensive boards.
Yes. You're right. And like I said, they're not afraid to take it into them and to get it in there as deep as they can. Second shot coming by Crossan. 10-9, Lions with the lead. Second shot on its way, and it is off the mark. No good. Rebounded by McCulloch after it's tipped out of the way by Grayson George. Good job by Minneapolis. Nearly a turnover there. Grayson with the ball, top of the key to McCulloch. McCulloch goes into Crossan. Crossan on the inside. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded into the hands of the Bearcats of Fink. Fink will give it in the hands to Glasser. Glasser, a sophomore, will bring it down and set it up for the Bearcats. Back to Shively. Shively on the outside, guarded by Weedle. Picks up his dribble, back to Fink back to Roar. Roar back to Shively. It's going to take me a while to get these names down. Glasser,
I would imagine.
For the Bearcats. Swing pass over to Roar. Guarded by Weedle. Good hustle there by McCulloch. Paul up and off the glass and good as he was double teamed. Still put it up and got it to fall. 11-10. Bearcats with the lead. Grayson George on the outside. Goes into Dylan Crossan and off of Dylan's feet. Dylan thought they went off of Bearcats, but it will stay with it will go to Ellsworth with the turnover.
Boy, they had him.
Yeah, well, that was perfect input pass.
As the Bearcats will bring it down to set it up. Back on the outside is Shively. Shively goes inside to Glasser. Glasser fade away off the mark and a kick.
Small offensively, it goes to Minneapolis.
We'll go back to Minneapolis. McCulloch will bring it in to set it up.
11-10 to score in favor of the Bearcats.
As Argenbright will bring it down to set it up. Casey gets it into the hands of Grayson George. Back to McCulloch. Back to Argenbright. Looks at Weedle. Pulls it down. It goes inside again to Grayson. Back to Casey. And we got a foul on the down low, as I believe it's on number 4, which is Evan Shively, a 5'10" junior. His first personal foul.
Another foul will be in the 1-and-1. Ellsworth with 6 team fouls. Minneapolis with 2 team fouls so far.
Ball goes to Weedle. Up and good. Nice shot by Weedle just inside the arc. 2-point shot is good. You don't see, most of his shots are threes, and he had a nice 2 right there. Glasser on the outside, picks up his dribble, gets it back to Roar. Guarded by McCulloch. Back in the hands of Shively. Shively guarded by Weedle. Swing pass over to Glasser. Glasser on the outside. Ooh, nice inlet pass. Great block, but he stepped out of bounds. Grayson George had a great block right there. Then he stepped out of bounds. Ellsworth did.
When he came back down, he was on the out-of-bounds line. Minneapolis ball. Great defensive play by Grayson George.
Grayson did a great job of going up against the big guy right there. Grayson showing his leaping ability and did a great job going up for the ball. Ball will go into Macy as he checks in the ball game for Argenbright. McCulloch will bring it down as he's at the top of the key, picks up his dribble, goes back to Weedle. Weedle at the top, back to McCulloch. McCulloch looks into Yoxel, and no movement there. They tried to go down and couldn't go in as Yoxel had checked in for Crossan. Ball goes into Glasser.
Blocked from behind
by McCulloch.
Wow. It takes some energy to get there, and McCulloch got there from behind.
Nice shot by Grayson George from the left-hand side. Minneapolis with the lead, 14-11.
5:10 to go in the half.
Glasser with the ball on the outside, guarded by Kyler Macy. Makes him pick up his dribble. Wow, great defense by Kyler Macy. Logan Wheel on the outside garden, and nearly got the steal right there into the hands of Roar. Roar back to Snively. I don't know if it's Snively. 3-point shot off the mark and rebounded by the Bearcats. Up and no good. Another rebound. Shively with the rebound and the putback. 14-13. Minneapolis with the lead. Grayson George on the outside. Brings it down to set it up. Goes back to Logan Weedle. Logan shot in the lane off the mark. No good. And saved by Keegan McCulloch, but he goes in the stands to get it.
About 7 rows up.
Ball goes back on the outside to Smith. Smith back to Shively. Shively swing pass over to Glasser. Glasser back to 3-point shot up and off the mark. And there's a foul on the inside. Grayson George battling hard down there. And the foul is going to be called on number 0, Clancy Smith, the 6'5" senior, gets the foul. His first personal, but that's the 7th team foul as Dylan Crossan checks in for Keegan McCulloch.
Over the back, Grayson George will get the 1-and-1, but I look back, McCulloch with the defensive play down here of the night down there, came from the left wing elbow from behind and blocked that shot.
Grayson George at the line. Off the mark and rebounded by number 41, Freeze. 3-point shot by Glasser. Off the mark. And there's a foul right there. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Freeze is hanging all over Dylan Crossan.
Coach agrees with you.
I mean, he was grabbing onto his jersey on that one. So, wow. Dylan Crossan called with the foul. Ball on the outside to Smith.
Second personal on Dylan.
Smith goes to the left to Snively. Back on the outside to foul's going to be on the floor.
Blocking foul on
Kyler Macy.
Macy, yeah.
So, Shively. Grayson George was hit kind of hard there. Dylan Crossan will check out. Andrew Yoxel will check in. Macy, McCulloch, Yoxel, George, and Darrow on the floor for the Lions. And off of Macy, he'll stay with the Bearcats. 3:44 left to go in the first half. 14-13 Lions with the lead. Top of the key, it goes in the hands of Fink. Stolen by Grayson George. Grayson will bring it down the other direction. Behind the back dribble. And should be on foul there. Great job by Grayson George. Ball handling coming down there, guys.
Anticipation, great steal, great job of handling the ball.
Third personal foul on Clancy Smith, guys.
That could be big.
That could be. Third foul on the 6'5 senior. And checking in will be number 20, Mason May. Grayson George at the line. And shot is up and good. Great job by Grayson. You know, I was thinking the first time you went to the line how tough it is as you're running this fast pace to slow yourself down to go to the free throw line. This time he does a great job and drains the first one. Second one's up and good as he hits the one-on-one, hits them both. 16-13 Lions with the lead. 3:33 left to go in the first half. Ball goes back in the hands of number 13, Fink. Fink, backdoor pass. Oh, wow.
He's a slick guard, I'm telling you.
Glasser puts up one off the glass, and he hits it, and the foul. Foul's called. Kyler Macy, and that's his second personal foul. Glasser will go to the line to try to tie this one at 16. And it's off the mark. Rebound by Yoxel, and he's fouled over the back by number 13, which is Ethan Fink. 6'4 senior goes over the back, and Yoxel will go to the line.
Second personal.
Second foul by Fink.
Ninth team foul.
Next one puts him in the double bonus. Andrew Yoxel at the line for a one-on-one. First shot is up and in and out. Rebounded by the Bearcats. Ball goes back to Glasser on the outside, guarded by Macy. Ball handling back on the outside to May. May travels with it, and good call. It'll come back the other direction. Minneapolis has the ball. Grayson George and Kyler Macy will check out as Casey Argenbright and Logan Weedle check in. Number 33 for the Bearcats. Talon Rice, a senior, checks in for the Bearcats. Fairly a lot of seniors on this squad for Ellsworth. Argenbright back to Logan Weedle. Into McCulloch. Oh, nice pass to Darrow. Darrow in the lane, up and no good. Rebounded by the Bearcats, but a great pass by McCulloch. Keegan has some great passes, guys.
Yes, he does.
Glasser for three, and it's good. You got to watch that guy, and he gets one right there. 18-16, Bearcats with the lead. McCulloch on the outside, back to Argenbright. Argenbright back to Weedle. Weedle at the top of the key, gets it to McCulloch. McCulloch picks it up, goes, tries to get it to Yoxel and just goes over the top of him. Throws it too high, can't get it, turnover, goes back to the Bearcats. 2:25 left in the first half. 18-16, Ellsworth with the lead. Glasser with the ball, guarded by Argenbright. Back in the hands of Rohr. Back to Snively. Rebounded by McCulloch.
Kind of a block by Gottschall, maybe.
Darrell with the ball, back to Weedle for three. Yes, nice shot, Logan Weedle, as he drains a three from the right-hand side. Nice shot by Logan. 19-18 Lions with the ball, with the lead. Glasser on the outside, gets it back to number 33, which is Rice. Rice back to Fink. Fink back to Shively. Shively will drive. There's going to be a foul on the inside by
Darrow.
That'll be, I think, just his first personal foul.
1:42 to go in the half.
16 foul, as Darrell will check out as Grayson George checks back in. Get some coaching by Coach. Just back to Shively. Shively to Glasser for three. Wow. It's a big three from the left-hand side. Grayson George on the inside. My goodness, and the bucket! Nice job, Grayson George, as he is fouled 3 times prior to shooting the ball. Great job by Grayson as he gets the bucket and the foul. Second personal foul by Clint Glasser.
10th personal foul on the Bearcats.
Shot is up and good by Grayson George. Tied at 21 here. Glasser with the ball for the Bearcats. And the travel right there, turnover. Good defense by the Lions. As checking in for the Bearcats will be number 20, Mason May, as he checks in for Talon Rice. Excuse me, guys. Casey Argamite will bring it down to set it up. Gets it to Grayson George. Back to McCulloch on the free throw line. Shot is up and good. Great shot by McCulloch from the free throw line as he gives Minneapolis the lead, 24-21.
55 seconds to go.
Bearcats with the ball. Stolen by Grayson George, great anticipation. And no good, but rebounded by Grayson. Gets his own rebound and the putback. Grayson did a great job right there.
Picked up the rebound. 5-point lead for the Lions, 40 seconds.
26-21, 38 seconds left in the first half. Glasser with the ball. Shot is no good, rebounded by McCulloch. McCulloch up to Argenbright. Casey will slow it down with 25 seconds left. Minneapolis to set for the last shot. Back to Argenbright, back to McCulloch on the outside. McCulloch at the top of the key.
The guys did a great job to get that shot at the end of the first quarter, and we get one.
And the tie-up, should be a tie-up, guys.
There's a foul going to be called. McCulloch went between some white shirts to get that rebound.
Grayson George called with the foul. I'd be interested to see who they put the line. It better not be Glasser. It looks like he's taking them there, so.
Yep.
Second personal foul. And it is Glasser. We'll go to the line with 7 seconds.
And he'll come out, make sure he doesn't get 3 fouls.
Owens checks in for Grayson George.
7 seconds remaining, 5-point lead for the Lions.
26-21, as you said, Dale. 5-point lead for the Lions, but Clint Glasser, a very smooth sophomore, will be at the line to shoot a 1-on-1.
Both coaches trying to get their players out of harm's way that are in with 2 personal fouls. Blazer another one.
But he hits the first one. That kid is very smooth. I don't see him. Very smooth ball player. Second shot coming. And he gets them both. As Glaser will check out as number 33, Talon Rice checks in. So 7 seconds left. Argenbright will bring it down to set it up. 5 seconds left. Argenbright for a 3. Off the mark, rebound by. Can't get it to fall. Tyrell Owens gets the bucket, gets the shot up, just can't get it to fall. Minneapolis takes the 3-point lead going into the half. 26-23. Great first half of basketball, guys.
That's a great first half. You know, Minneapolis would be ahead by 12 if we made a couple of those easy ones. And there's one right at the end as Owens just has one roll off the front of the rim.
Overall, though, I think we've been doing a better job of shooting
Yeah.
this half than we have all season.
Oh, and defensive-wise, wow.
Yeah.
You just great defense, and especially going up against some size here, guys. Just a great effort by the Lions.
Yep.
So 26-23, the halftime score. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas at the Bearcat Gymnasium. Mike's got his statistics all ready to go.
Got a few point totals for you. Minneapolis with a really good first half. I was telling Scott earlier, it could be even worse. Minneapolis could be out with a 10, 12-point lead. We have missed a couple easy shots, but those will drop in time. Minneapolis playing very good on the defensive end. Ellsworth capable of filling it up. The Glazer kid can shoot from the outside and has hit three balls in this contest. Minneapolis with a 3-point lead. Point totals for Minneapolis: Casey Argenbright with 2 points, Grayson George with 9, and Logan Weedle with a big first half with 10 points for Big Blue. Dylan Crossan with 3, and Keegan McCulloch with 2. And that should add up to about 26 points. Ellsworth kind of one-dimensional, although you think their big tall guy would have a bunch of points. He just has 2. Freeze just 2 inside, 6'6" boy. Glazer, the big gun for Ellsworth, number 15, has 13 points in the first half. Ethan Fisk has 2, and the other guard, Evan Shively, has 6. So the 2 guards for Ellsworth doing most of the scoring. The big guys really are not too big of an issue so far.
They don't really show a lot of athleticism, the big boys, for Ellsworth up to this point.
No, they don't, but boy, size presence on the inside is huge.
Well, we've done a great job of getting position and blocking out, and we're jumping well.
We have. Must agree, they start 6'5", 6'6", and 6'4", and Minneapolis just doing a really good job on the boards. I wouldn't be surprised that the rebounding totals were about even, or if Minneapolis hadn't out-rebounded them in the first half.
Mike, I think you might be right. They've done a great job. So.
Well, 4 minutes to go. Tried to find Lucy Giles, but she's nowhere to be found.
Dina Giles,
excuse me. To see if we could interview her, but 4 minutes to go. We'll take another break and be back in the second half.
You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Got a second half of basketball to go, and if the first half was any indication, what an opportunity here in the second half. So Minneapolis with the lead, 26-23. And Mike, what's Minneapolis? What do you really got to focus on? What did Coach Shoup really stress to these kids at half?
Well, it was a very good. Not just do the same thing you did the first half. It was a very well-played ball game on the defensive end, and they're just going to have to make sure they don't lose track of Mr. Glazer here.
Yeah. How many points did he have?
He had 13.
13. Glazer with the ball to start the drives in the lane and puts it up. No good. Over the back. Rebounded by the Bearcats. On the outside goes to Shively. Shively into Smith. Back out to Smith. Smith back to Glazer. Glazer back to Smith. Smith will drive. Oh, nice drive by the big guy. Takes it right in, gets the bucket to fall. Is that his first points of the night?
Yes.
First points of the night. Had 3 fouls. 3-point shot by Grayson George off the mark. Rebounded by the Bearcats. Glazer with the ball will bring it down. Stopping. Looks to pop. Has nothing. Pulls it back out. Gets it to Smith. Smith on the outside. Oh, good inlet pass to Freeze. Oh, great block by Keegan McCulloch. And then nearly stolen. Casey Argenbright comes back away with it. Logan Weedle for 3. And it's good. Nice shot by Logan Weedle as he gets to the corner. And Casey Argenbright's got a little cramp or something. So Casey
trying to play through it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I think it is a cramp.
Probably calf muscle.
And they're trying to get the official's attention. The official won't give it to him. So good hustle by Grayson. Oh.
Grayson gets foul number 3, I believe.
Yes. Not good. This early in the second half, and Casey, I think, does have a cramp.
Yep. Inlet pass by the Bearcats, gets it into Smith. Third personal foul by Grayson. Oh, nice backdoor pass. Off the mark, rebounded by Grayson George. Grayson back out to John Darrow. Darrow gets it up to Weedle. Weedle on the outside takes a deep three, and he drains it. Wow! Nice job by Logan Weedle as he drains a deep three, 32-25. Lions with the lead.
4 3-pointers for Logan in this contest. Minneapolis just tenacious around the rim with their defense tonight.
7-point advantage, biggest of the game, you decide.
And there's going to be a foul on the inside as didn't see who it's on. It's either on Keegan or Logan.
McCulloch.
Yep, Keegan McCulloch with the foul. At the line will be number 4, Evan. Evan.
That's what I call my cousin, Evan. That's his name, Evan.
Evan Shively.
Good old Even Stout.
Even Stout. Yeah.
First one is in and out, no good. Andrew Yoxel will check in for Grayson George as Grayson has 3 personal fouls. Keegan just with 1. 2 team fouls by the Lions, none for the Bearcats. Second personal foul coming, or second free throw coming. Shot is up and no good. And rebounded by McCulloch. It's in the hands of Darrow. 6:02 left in the third quarter. Back to Weedle. Weedle on the outside looks to Yoxel. Back to Yoxel at the top of the key, back to Darrow. Darrow goes inside to Crossan. Crossan gets his man to spin. Oh, great job by Andrew Yoxel. And then Logan Weedle, Keegan McCulloch takes it right in with the hand and goes right in and gets the bucket. Great job by Keegan McCulloch.
He's a lefty, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Right-handed layup on the left side.
Yep, goes in on the, and gets it to fall. I didn't see who the foul was on.
It's on their big guy.
The big guy, number 2 for him. Shot is up and good by McCulloch as he gets the and 1. 5:43 left to go in the 35-25. Lions with the lead here in the third quarter.
Just a pretty impressive start here in the second half.
Shot up and good by Glazer. Wow. And John Darrow was in his face on that too, so Glazer just
he's been shooting over people.
Extremely good ball player. Weedle on the outside. Back to McCulloch. And we got a knee called on number 13, Ethan Fink.
That's his third.
Third personal foul.
So 2 of the big guys with 3.
McCulloch on the outside, back to Darrow. Darrow back to Weedle. Weedle into McCulloch. Shot up and no good. Good hustle by McCulloch. Can't quite come up with it as the big guy, Freeze, comes down with it. Ball goes on the outside to Shively. Shively goes into Smith. Going to get a foul on McCulloch, I believe. Keegan McCulloch with his second personal foul. 35-27. 4:53 left in the third quarter. Lions with the lead. Ball goes to Shively at the top of the key. Back to Glazer. Glazer pushed off. Wow, how can you not call that one? Gets the bucket to fall, but he's wide open after he shoves Darrow out of the way.
Got the old Michael Jordan move there.
A little bit of push off there.
Just a tad bit.
A little bit of separation.
Well, that's a makeup call for the one earlier. But the problem is that they got the bucket, so. That's Glazer's third personal foul. Charlie Lim will check in for Keegan McCulloch. So also checking in will be number 5, Tanner Rohr will check in for Glazer as he checks out with 3 fouls. So.
Actually, Dylan Crossan comes out.
Sorry about that.
Macy comes in. Well, it looked like he was coming out for a second. But
well, Keegan is out.
No, he's in. Inbounds.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
Macy in for Logan Weedle.
Ball goes in the hands of Darrow. Darrow on the outside. Goes to McCulloch. Gets his man up in the air. Shot up and good. Nice job by Keegan McCulloch.
I like Keegan looking at the basket again.
Yeah, I do too. Keegan was hitting no points the other night, and he's come out and had a great start. Keegan with the double-team defense. Smith on the outside, shot up and good. 37-31, 4:05 left to go in the third quarter. Macy with the ball on the outside. Turnover by Lions right there is one cut, the other one didn't, as we get the turnover. Bearcats with the ball.
Might have been carrying the ball there, I don't know.
Smith on the outside, deep shot, off the mark, and the bucket, wow, as Evans Shively gets the rebound after the air ball, and he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for 1.
Darrow from behind with the foul.
Second personal foul by Darrow, as Logan Weedle get ready to check back in.
Shively, pretty good ball player down there.
As he gets it, checking in will be both Weedle and Crossan, as McCulloch and Darrow will check out. Logan Weedle will bring it down to set it up, crosses the timeline, gets it to Macy. Macy on the outside. And timeout's going to call by Minneapolis. Looks like just a 30-second timeout, so we will go ahead and take one with them at the 3:32 mark, 37-34 Lions with the lead. You're listening to 910 KNA.com.
If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. The Scott Osherman Agency is the place to go. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for over 80 years. Call the Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent.
And speaking of Scott Osherman,
welcome back. So Minneapolis with the lead, 37-34, and the ball on the floor for the Lions will be Kyler Macy, Andrew Yoxel, Dylan Crossan, Charlie Lynn, as well as Logan Weedle. Yoxel to inbounds, gets it into Charlie Lynn. Charlie Lynn back to Macy. Macy back to Weedle. Weedle on the outside goes into Crossan. Crossan takes it right into the big guy, and he's going to have it swatted away as Smith gets the block. And he's going to get a steal, though. Great job by Dylan Crossan. Gets it up to Macy. Macy with the late. No, can't quite get it to fall. Great job by Macy and Crossan. Couldn't quite get it to finish, though. Minneapolis misses an opportunity there.
Nice hustle on Dylan Crossan down here. He got the ball back for Minneapolis. We had a chance there.
Oh, wow. Good hustle there by the big guy, Levi Freeze, as he falls out of bounds and throws it right off the feet of Dylan Crossan. Bearcats with the ball, gets into Smith, misses it, and that should be over the back, and that's number 4. That should be number 4 on him.
on that one.
Yeah, it is.
Excuse me. Bearcats are going to pick up the full court press as number 33 checks in for Mr. Smith.
14 fouls apiece.
Macy will bring it down to set it up for the Lions. Crossover dribble, gets it to Weedle. And a block on the floor as he tried to slide with him. Mason May, 6'2", 6'2" senior. Puts on a good acting job, but was sliding with him.
He definitely didn't have the position, and Logan with a good move on the baseline.
Yoxel on the outside, goes into Crossan. Crossan has it swatted, has another one, and that's swatted twice as they take it right into Levi Freeze. He blocks 2 of them, and Keegan McCulloch is going to check back in for Andrew Yoxel.
Look how long those arms are. He can reach out there.
So,
at 6'6", he is long.
What year is he?
Which one? A junior.
2:45 left in the third quarter. Minneapolis with a 3-point lead, 37-34.
Back in the ball game is Keegan McCulloch and Casey Argenbright. Yoxel on the outside. Back to Weedle. Weedle back to McCulloch. 2:30 left to go here. Charlie Lynn back to McCulloch. Back to Charlie Lynn. Back to Logan Weedle, and there's the foul right there. As fouled by number 5, Tanner Rohr, 5'10" junior, with the foul. I think that's probably just his first, maybe.
Yep.
Next
More
one, we're at 1 and 1.
yeah, 16 foul. As Dale mentioned, 1 and 1 on the next foul.
Back goes to Argenbright. Casey to set it up. Casey a little gimpy on that ankle, it looks like. Logan Wheel on the outside. Looks at the cutter, back to Yoxel. And Charlie Lynn's going to get called with the foul. So, said he threw an elbow there.
Can't imagine.
So,
37-34, still the score, 2:01 remaining in the third quarter.
So, Coach Shoup trying to get an answer. He did and was satisfied with it, so he sat down. Minute 58 left to go in the third quarter. Ball goes on the inside to Freeze. Great block by Minneapolis McCulloch right there as Shively takes it right in. Ellsworth's got some seniors on this team, but they're going to have quite a bit back next year, guys.
Yeah, they will. McCulloch with some nice blocks on the defensive end down there. There's another block right there.
It's only a 2-point shot if he made it. Rebounded by. A turnover by the Lions right there as they tried to get it in the hands of Argenbright. And Charlie Lynn with good hustle there. Charlie Lynn said, "What did I do wrong, Coach? Come on, Coach."
Why'd you throw it to me?
So, Charlie's got such a big heart.
Yep.
So Shively on the outside, looks at it, goes to nothing, back to, great job by Keegan McCulloch with the steal, takes it around, up and good. Nice job, Keegan McCulloch. Boy, he runs the floor nice, guys. What a nice job by Keegan McCulloch.
You need a post player to bring the ball up the court, he can handle it. I guarantee you that kid can handle the ball.
And the turnover right there goes right back to Minneapolis with the turnover. Great job by Minneapolis. Wow, great job by the Lions right there. You know, guys, Keegan at 6'3" could easily play guard.
Yeah.
Easily play guard. So, good size, and he does a great job of running the floor. Argenbright with the ball to bring it down. Picks up his dribble, goes back to McCulloch. McCulloch on the outside, back to Yoxel. Yoxel back to Argenbright. Goes it into McCulloch. Great job by Keegan, gets his own rebound, shot up and down. Great job, Keegan McCulloch, as he gets another bucket there, 41-34, 50 seconds left in the third quarter.
Is he on fire tonight?
On the outside, picked up by Olsen. Olsen in for the first time, rebounded by Crossan. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch will bring it down. Swatted out of the way. Great job by Freeze as he swats it out of the way. Keegan tried to lay one up there.
There's no stopping McCulloch tonight. He is a ball of fire, isn't he?
Weedle with the ball at the top of the key. Back to Yoxel. Back to Argenbright. Back to McCulloch. 14 seconds left here in the third quarter. Minneapolis to set it up.
You know, there's some big minutes going on here by Yoxel because...
And they call a pick right there as
George has been on the bench for the last 5 minutes, and McCulloch has whistled.
Moving screen. Weedle hit the three, but it's no good. With 6 seconds left, the Lions are going to have to try to prevent the bucket here as Tyrell Owens checks in for McCulloch. Keegan will have his third personal foul and sit down.
41-34.
So, now, how is that?
Well, he got beat around.
Yeah, but a lot of pushing going on, Dale.
Yeah. Well, you don't foul with 3 seconds left on the quarter, and kind of a mental mistake there, especially with Snively. He goes in there, he'll probably
Oh, he missed him.
Great job by Yoxa. And ball goes up. Just off the mark. Nice job by Casey Argenbright as he puts one up from three-quarter court. Boy, that looked pretty.
Kind of dodged bullet there with the free throws. Shively misses, and wow, Yoxa with some big minutes here in the third quarter. A big rebound there at the end.
Big rebound there at the end. Nice job by
halftime lead, was
Yoxa.
it? Goes to
2-point halftime lead, wasn't it? Was it 2 or 3?
Goes to
3. I'm sorry.
3.
So, and Minneapolis has the 41-34 lead, so a 7-point lead at the end of 3. We'll be back. You're listening to 910canada.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
At Robertson Monument, they believe that supporting community activities are very important. That's why they're sponsors of Lions Sports. Minneapolis is a great town to live in, and Robertson Monument hopes you make it to as many games as possible.
Bennett Autoplex supports the Minneapolis Lions. At Bennett Autoplex, Salina, you'll find a small-town family atmosphere with great prices on new and used cars, new GMC trucks and SUVs. Serving their customers since 1957, Bennett Autoplex, Salina.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas. Bearcat Gymnasium.
As Minneapolis, as they get ready to start here the fourth quarter, on the floor for the Lions will be Casey Argenbright, John Darrow, Dylan Crossan, Grayson George, and Keegan McCulloch for the Lions. Minneapolis has the ball to start the fourth quarter.
I just hope Keegan doesn't run out of gas because he has been
just
a fire plug for us.
Superb. Grayson George inbounds the ball. Grayson has 3 fouls. So does Keegan McCulloch. Not sure who else. Is that our only ones in trouble?
Yes.
Keegan McCulloch back to Grayson George. Grayson and Glazer almost got that was a clean block, but so Glazer back in the ball game for the Bearcats, and wow, tough kid. Ball back in the hands of Argenbright, back to Grayson George. Grayson with the reverse off the glass and good. Nice job, Grayson George, 43-34. Glazer with the ball, guarded by Grayson. Ball goes in the hands of Rohr. Rohr drives baseline, shot up no good, and rebounded by McCulloch. And
foul on number 5.
Foul on number 5, Rohr. And Keegan will go the other direction. Keegan will go step the line for a one-on-one here. 43-34, 7:27 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Both teams will be shooting a one-on-one from here on out. Minneapolis at the line right now.
Shot is up and off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Freeze in the hands of Glazer. Glazer will bring it down to set it up, guarded by Grayson George. Little push off again. Back in the hands of Rohr. Rohr looks in the inside, goes back to Shively, back to Glazer. And rebounded by Casey Argenbright.
He had to put it up high, get it over Keegan. Couldn't quite do it.
You got your point guard out rebounding those guys down low. He's got position, I guarantee you. What a job by Argenbright.
Off the mark, rebounded by Darrow. It's off of Darrow's hands, out of bounds. Good hustle by Darrow there, going after the ball.
43-34 Minneapolis, 6:48 left in this contest.
Glazer gets in the hands of Rohr. Rohr goes backdoor to Glazer. And stolen by McCulloch. Nice job by McCulloch, back in the hands of Darrow. Darrow will bring it down to set it up.
Quick set of hands on McCulloch, isn't it?
Yes. McCulloch on the outside, back to Argenbright. Argenbright to set it up. Keegan now on the left-hand side. Looks to Dylan Crossan. And he's good. Oh, he stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Stepped on the baseline. Had a tightrope to walk down there.
It was a tightrope.
Freeze did a good job of not giving up too much room there.
Yeah. Oh, great job by Darrow with the steal. Gets it up in the hands of Keegan McCulloch. And the bucket, great job by Keegan McCulloch to finish, but a great job by John Darrow with the steal on the right-hand side, guys.
As Coach Weatherman mentioned earlier, it starts on the defensive end, and Minneapolis just playing really, really good defense.
Great defense right now tonight. Just an excellent job. Ellsworth calls a full timeout. We will take one with them. 45-34 Lions with the lead.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA News Talk, and 99 KG Country is a proud sponsor of Lions sports coverage. Listen to live broadcast on 910KINA.com or on your local Eagle Cable, Channel 8.
CNR Plating would like to take this time to thank their many friends and customers for making their business what it is today. Kevin also wants to wish the Minneapolis Lions a great season. CNR Plating, a Lions sports backer.
The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks, committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas. Mike Perry, Dale Leach, myself, Scott Osherman here as the Lions have a 45-34 lead with 6:03. Great defensive intensity for the Lions right now. Ellsworth will have the ball.
As Scott mentioned, Minneapolis turned up the heat on the defensive end and has actually stayed out of foul trouble, with the exception of George had to sit a few minutes with 3. McCulloch now has 3, but still Minneapolis.
Nice job by Casey Argenbright as Casey goes around and tips it off in the hands of Rohr, and the turnover goes to the Lions.
Wow.
Great job by Casey Argenbright with the defensive intensity there.
What a play.
Grayson George with the ball, top of the key, goes back to McCulloch, back to Argenbright. Argenbright looks for a cutter, has nothing, goes inside, and they call travel on Casey. I'm not sure. I didn't see. He didn't even cut. I'm not even sure what that one was.
Must have shuffled his feet while he's on the ball.
Must have. Did not see it, guys. 5:43 left to go in the ball game. 45-34. Glazer with the ball. Back on the outside goes to Schnively. Schnively back in the hands of Fink. Fink banks it in for the bucket. Argenbright will bring it down to set it up. Crosses the timeline. Gets it in the hands of Grayson George. Grayson back to McCulloch. Back to Darrow. Darrow back to McCulloch. Into Crossan. Crossan's going to travel with it. And a turnover called on the Lions. Gives the ball back to the Bearcats. 45-36. Ellsworth to bring it down.
Still the 9-point advantage.
Still plenty of time in this contest.
Glazer on the outside, guarded by Darrow. And the ball goes back in the hands of the Bearcats after the miss.
Tipped out there smartly by Smith because of the 4 fouls he has.
Another rebound by the Bearcats. And a block by Grayson George.
Talking about a bull in a china shop.
Wow. Fourth personal foul by Grayson. So at the line will be Clancy Smith.
Boy, when you lower the shoulder like that and you run over the top of somebody, usually you get a player control foul. But
Grayson will check out and Darrow will check out. Checking in will be Logan Weedle as well as Andrew Yoxel.
8th team foul.
Shot is up and good as he gets the first one to fall. Have another one coming.
Think we'll start running some clock here pretty soon?
No, I hope not. Second shot coming by Smith. And he gets them both to fall. Ball goes in the hands of Argenbright to bring it down and set up. 45-38, 7-point lead. 4:38 left to go in the ball game. McCulloch with the ball on the outside.
We need to get a shot off.
Timeout called by Coach Shoup. 30-second timeout's called. We will go ahead and take one with them. You're listening to 910 KINA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Lions with the 7-point lead.
4:25 to go.
For all your insurance needs, check with Bob Martin, your Farm Bureau Financial Services representative in Minneapolis. He can ensure what matters most with Farm Bureau Financial Services. Bob can help you protect what's important: your car, home, life, health, business, and more.
Welcome back to Ellsworth. As Minneapolis has the ball and the lead, 4:25 left to go in the ball game. Out on the floor for the Lions is Casey Argenbright, Dylan Crossan, Keegan McCulloch, Andrew Yoxel, as well as Logan Weedle. Ball will go into Yoxel. Back to Argenbright. Argenbright to set it up. Gets it over to Logan Weedle. Back to Yoxel. Yoxel guarded tightly there. And Weedle from the free throw line, up and no good. And good hustle by McCulloch. Can't come down with it as the Bearcats will bring it down to set it up. Bearcats with a run here. They've got another bucket right there as Glazer gets a bucket to fall. Yeah, he is extremely good, guys. He's a sophomore. So Keegan McCulloch with the ball on the outside. 5-point lead for the Lions.
Argenbright's leg bothered him.
Yeah, it is. And he just got tricked a little bit right there. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch, great shot, great pass over to Weedle. As Minneapolis tries to run some clock. I think with the run of the clock, we got to get a bucket. And the Lions going to call a timeout to talk about it. So at the 3:08 mark, 45-40, Lions with the lead. They take a full timeout here at the 3:08. And guys, what a ball game.
I wish there were 2.5 more minutes right off the clock. But yeah, it's quite a ball game. Minneapolis playing very well. They're up to the challenge here tonight against a very good Ellsworth ball club.
I just hope Casey's cramp doesn't end up being a big bother here.
Yeah, I do too. Well, let's just go ahead and take a real quick break. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as EU Communication Channel 8.
Ada Grain is proud to be a sponsor of Lions Sports and hope that the boys and girls have a successful season. Ada Grain believes that sports and a quality education go hand in hand, building strong bodies and minds.
Bennington State Bank is proud to sponsor the Minneapolis Lions this season. They're proud to be a part of their great community and strive for excellence in their school curriculum and athletics. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank, with offices in Bennington, Minneapolis, Salina, and Wamego. Member
FDIC.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas, Minneapolis. 45-40, 3:08 left to go in this ball game. Minneapolis with the lead and the ball. Now on the floor is Grayson George, Casey Argenbright, Dylan Crossan, Keegan McCulloch, and Logan Weedle.
11-point lead for the Lions. Have been whittled down to 5.
Yep. McCulloch back to Argenbright. Argenbright looks at Weedle, goes into Grayson. Grayson has the ball stripped away from him, and Bearcats will bring it. Oh, where's the charge right there? Nice job by Logan Weedle. He steps in, and that's 5 on Clancy Smith.
Well, Smith tried to go through George earlier, and I thought Grayson had the position. That time, Logan definitely had the position.
Oh, yeah. Logan didn't even have to move on that one, and
just tried to run over him.
Nice job by Logan Weedle right there.
No free throws, just player control. 2:57 remaining.
Full-court press picked up by the Bearcats. Ball goes into Weedle. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch will bring it down to set it up. McCulloch crosses the timeline, gets it to Argenbright. Casey back to Grayson George. Grayson goes into Crossan. Crossan off the glass, no good. Wow, guys. We're just not getting anywhere on. Got to get some buckets here.
Yeah, Dylan has got to convert on those.
And a blocking foul called on Casey Argenbright, and that's going to send Mr. Money, Clint Glazer, to the line.
1-on-1.
Glazer with 19 points.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a basketball player, but he is.
Yeah.
19 fouls on the Lions, 8 on Ellsworth.
First personal foul by Argenbright. Glazer at the line for a 1-and-1. Shot is off the mark. Rebounded by Grayson George. What a great time for him to miss.
Perfect. Last time free throw line, he was nothing but bottom of the net.
Ball goes into Yoxel. Yoxel can't get it fall. Rebounded by Argenbright. Casey back to Grayson George. 2:09 left to go in the ball game. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch looks at the backdoor cut. Into darn it, Grayson George can't pull it down. Glazer comes down with it. He's going to take a three. Off the mark, and there's a foul going the other direction. Nice job by Keegan McCulloch as Ethan Fink just shoves McCulloch completely out of the way. And that's his fourth personal foul.
Yes.
McCulloch will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Big free throws here with $1:53 left. McCulloch can put this lead back to 7 here.
Just take a big deep breath, relax, and drop these shots, Keegan. First one is up and good. Nice job by the senior lefty Keegan McCulloch as he drains the first one. 46-40. Minute 53 left to go in the ball game. Second shot is up and it is in and out. Wow. That sucker was down and came out. Glazer with the ball for the Bearcats. Ball goes back over to Ellsworth. Picked up. And a timeout called by the Bearcats with 1:41 left. 46-40, Bearcats call a full timeout. So with 1:41, 46-40 lines of the lead, we will take one with them. You're listening to 910KINA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
For FDIC.
Let's make it delicious. Let's make it fast. Let's make it a meal from KT's in downtown Minneapolis. KT's, home of the almost world-famous hamburger. KT's wishes the Lions best wishes during the upcoming season.
Farm Bureau's wide range of insurance and financial products help protect what's most important, your family, auto, home, and other possessions. Call your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Minneapolis, George Dressy. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Linebackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior Senior High School. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas. And guys, we got one heck of a ball game here. 46-40 Lions with the lead. 1:41 left to go as Ellsworth will have the ball on their own end of the court. You got to watch Glazer. You got to keep him contained.
Don't need any three-pointers sunk here.
Ellsworth inbounds. So underneath their own basket, Glazer will inbounds for the Bearcats.
Last time they threw it in, they ran about the same play Minneapolis does. They're going to look for Glazer on the other side, and Minneapolis doing a good job on Shively.
Ball goes back in the hands of Shively. Shively back to Glazer. Glazer for a three. Off the mark, rebounded by Grayson George. Great rebound by Grayson as he comes down with it, gets to Logan Weedle. 1:18 left to go. Big rebound by Grayson right there, guys.
And that ball rimmed out on Glazer. It was right on target. We're going to run clock.
Yeah, we are. 1:03 left. Grayson George on the outside. Back to Dylan Crossan. Back to McCulloch. Back to Argenbright. Argenbright. Back to Grayson. Grayson. There's, oh my goodness gracious. There's some
pretty aggressive foul.
Aggressive foul right there. Wow. Grayson will go to the line.
Yeah.
Glazer with the foul. That's his fourth personal foul. At the line will be Grayson George for
They came over here and gave us the 15. I didn't know if it was going to be.
Which 15?
Yeah. George with two big shots here.
And he makes the first one. Nice job, Grayson. 47-40 makes the first one. Still have another one coming here. Another one coming. 48 seconds left to go in the ball game. Second shot coming by Grayson. Shot is up and good. Makes them both. And Minneapolis will check in. Kyler Macy will come in for Casey Argenbright. And Kyler comes in, a great defense, and I think that's a pretty good choice right there. Casey looks like he's just got a little bit like a gimp on his ankle.
Yeah, just a little tweak on the ankle, and it's sore, you can tell.
On the free throw line, shot is off the mark.
Macy with the call. Foul.
Boy, it's definitely a foul at him on the arm, and you definitely don't want to foul a jump shooter in that case. But
no, just 3, okay.
As long as he didn't make it.
Yeah.
36 seconds to go, but 8-point lead.
That's true.
And he makes the first one. 48-41, has another one coming. Argenbright checks back in for Macy. Second shot coming by the sophomore is up and off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Dylan Crossan. Big rebound right there. As gets it back to Casey Argenbright. Casey gets tackled.
Shively.
Casey will go to the line to shoot 2. So 29 seconds left. 48-41.
That ought to do it.
It should.
I think Casey's going to put these down the hatch, and we're going to be interviewing. Minneapolis with a big victory over here at Ellsworth here tonight.
It ain't done yet, but I'm liking our chances a lot better. I feel a lot better.
I think we can make 29 seconds with an 8-point lead.
I feel a lot better. I think we can, but I want to just get this thing over with. And he misses the second. Oh, misses the second one.
Almost bounded in.
Almost gets it to fall. So ball goes back to Glazer. Glazer's going to pop a deep 3, I can tell you. Oh, I thought he would. So, and he drains it, guys. 15 seconds left, and he hits a big one right there with 15 seconds, 49-44. Glazer with a deep 3. So, full timeout called with 15 seconds left.
23 points for Glazer.
Jeez, Pete. We will take a quick break. You're listening to 910 KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Where do you go when you need groceries? Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you will encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas. Minneapolis with the lead, 49-44, and the ball as Argenbright, Crossan, George, Weedle, and McCulloch on the floor. Full court press picked up by.
They're going to go long on this. This is a nice play, right? Yeah, I had him for a second.
And there's the foul right there. Grayson George gets fouled by number 4, Evan Shively. Grayson only 2 seconds taken off the clock. Well, that's a slow
finger.
Slow finger on the clock.
Yeah.
Grayson at the line to shoot 2.
You aren't accusing impropriety here.
First shot is up and good. I'm stating the obvious, Dale. I'm a fast talker, but come on. Second shot is up and good. Drains them both. Nice job by Grayson. 51-44. As
15 picks to go.
I'm going to say it right now, guys. We look like a ranked team tonight.
Tonight we did. Yes, absolutely, guys. Rebound by Weedle, and that's going to finish it. Nice job by Logan Weedle. That's getting the ball game. Nice job by the Minneapolis Lions as they come in tonight with a great victory tonight. Hats off to these kids. They fought hard, and they fought. Nice job by the Lions tonight, guys.
55-44.
51-44.
51-44, excuse me. 7-point win. Broke how long of a losing streak against Ellsworth, did I say? Broke a 3-game losing streak against the Bearcats and tied the biggest.
Tied with what?
Lead, tied the biggest lead by either squad in the last 5 games. So
yeah. Hats off to these kids. They did a great job tonight. The intensity. I'm interested to hear the stats as I know Mike is working on it, but just hats off, a great victory tonight. Great job by these kids. They worked hard, and they come away with a great victory tonight.
Another typical Minneapolis Ellsworth Donnybrook. 51 points, the winning score. That's been right there for many games.
Yeah, but it's been on the other side. Ellsworth's come away with the victory the last few times, but Minneapolis fought with a ton of intensity tonight, and they come away with a great victory. And hats off to these kids tonight. Great victory tonight. So, we'll take a quick break, Dale, and we'll be back with some stats. How's that? I'm not sure what you did with your underneath the notepad right there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So we will take a quick break. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Lions with the victory, 51-44. Tonight, Minneapolis came in and just really fought with some intensity. And because that was just an absolutely fabulous.
Definitely best game of the season that we've seen. 2-1 mark now for the boys and 3-0 for the girls. And we just saw a lot of cohesiveness tonight out of the boys that we hadn't seen yet earlier in the game season, and a lot more hustle, a lot better shooting, and
pretty intense on the defense again. You're right, Dale. They played a pretty complete ball game here tonight. Just a real strong ball club, pretty deep. Yoxel with some big minutes when George was in foul trouble, and off the bench, those guys played hard for Coach Shoup, and Minneapolis comes away with a big victory. Point totals tonight: Ellsworth 44 total points. Smith, who fouled out, 6'5" and a junior. He's tall. Senior.
Yep,
Excuse me. 6 points for Smith. Shively, pesky little guy inside, doesn't look like much of a player, but is, scored 9. Fisk had 4, and the big score for Ellsworth was Glazer. I had him with 23.
Wow.
Levi Fries, the big 6'6" senior post, who is a junior.
He is a junior, yeah.
Just scored 2 points.
Yeah, it really shocked me.
He had a lot of blocks.
Yeah, he did. He did. He had a lot of blocks. They had a lot more blocks in the second half. What really shocked me is coming in, I really, I knew Glazer was a good ball player, but I really expected to see more production out of their 6'5" and 6'6".
They're just
ball players.
They're just not very athletic, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
I hate to say, I don't want to condemn them, but
right.
They don't have the athleticism to match their height for that position.
But, hats off that Glazer kid, a sophomore. We're going to have to deal with him one more time this year, and then
2 more years after that.
2 more years after that. So.
And they've said that about some of our players before, too.
Yeah,
so.
they have. So.
Yeah, this might be a little alarming, but no one off the bench scored for Minneapolis tonight. Not a point scored, only by the 5 starters.
Wow.
Argenbright did a very good job with managing the game for Coach Shoup. Just kept everything pretty much under control. He either tweaked his ankle or he had a cramp going on, but he ended up with 3 points. Grayson George, with most of his points in the second half, scores 15. Logan Weedle has 16 with 4 big bombs from the outside. Dylan Crossan had 3 all inside points, and the player of the game, in my opinion, is Keegan McCulloch, with just a phenomenal game on the defensive end. He played so tough around the basket. His defense was just extraordinary around the basket, and gosh, the energy he had, he left it out there on the court, but I was just really impressed with Keegan tonight and his ball play.
Well, Coach Shoup joins us right now. Coach, congratulations on a great victory. And as Mike was saying, the intensity, we both saw it from the get-go. The guys did not shy away from their height at all, and they came right in. They stuck it to them. It wasn't a lot of the hacking and the stuff that we've kind of seen in the past. It just felt like the kids really came out with some intensity that they hadn't had the 2 prior games.
Yeah, well, you know what I thought, the first time we talked, I told you that not having practice hurts, and we just got one in. I mean, all we got was 1 practice in, but it just makes a huge difference. We were able to clean a lot of things up in that one day.
Oh, my.
And it was good. The kid, I told the kids, we've been playing defense all year. We just haven't been smart all the time. I thought tonight we were a little smarter in terms of how we pressured and when we pressured. We still got to get better at it. The post defense by all those guys. Keegan, Dylan, Charlie, Andrew did a phenomenal job on the bigger kids all night long. We talked about if we got into a jumping match. I think Ellsworth averages some, just insane number, like 48 rebounds a game or something like that. And said if it's going to be a jumping match, we're going to lose on the boards. So talked about, and I thought early on we kind of tried to make it a jumping match. And when we got to talk to him a little bit about holding contact longer, not really releasing to go get the ball, but push them out a couple more feet before you go get it, and that made a big difference. And kids did a good job. They did a good job.
As you were coming up, and Mike was talking about Keegan and the intensity that Keegan really brought some intensity and took it to the, I don't think he scored in the Bennington game, but took it to the hole tonight and looked to score.
Yeah, well, one of the, like I said, practice is a nice thing to have, and one of the things we emphasized in about the hour and 15 minutes of practice we had was go to the rim. Get the ball inside more. We know we're good shooters, but you're not going to win games against good teams, especially early in the season, just jacking up shots. And so we worked on putting the ball on the deck. I thought Grayson was more aggressive to the hole tonight, and Keegan for sure was. But Keegan's tough. He's just a tough kid. He always has been.
I thought your on the offensive end in your half-court set looked real smooth out there, and the continuity was there. There's really good looks. The guys were passing the ball extremely well, and I thought they were coming to the ball, meeting it, and they just looked really good, I thought, on your half-court set.
Yeah, it was better. I mean, there's things, we've got to finish better inside. We just do. And, I know that's kind of a tall order night for our posts when, you're giving up 5 or 6 inches, but you got to do it. And, I thought free throw shooting could have been better, too. I was a little disappointed with that. But all in all, it was a much better effort. If for no other reason than I thought we were more aggressive, and that's kind of what we've been talking about.
I was telling Scott, we probably could have been seeing a pretty comfortable, easy win here if, we could have caught a couple of those easy ones inside. But, those will come, and the big guys are there to give them a tussle. But, we had some good looks inside. They were there.
And that's the thing, this is probably literally the first game in 2 years where we've really finally starting to get the fact that we need to go inside. And so the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, and so that'll come along as the season goes on. So.
Big victory. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Nice game, I thought.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was the defense. I want to touch on the defense for a second. Just the intensity that John Darrow brought coming off the bench, Kyler Macy brought. That Glazer kid is phenomenal.
He's a tough player.
Tough player. But still, those guys, and even Grayson George, anybody that was on him tonight, brought in Tyrone's coming off the bench and with some defensive intensity that you don't see the points coming off them, but the defense, those kids that are bringing onto the floor and the intensity is a nice addition off the bench.
It is. That's one of the biggest differences from last year's. We do have a very solid bench that I've got some confidence in, especially on the defensive end. You look at a senior like Tyrell, he didn't get a lot of minutes tonight, but that's because he's usually that third guard, and he'd have been going against a 6'5" kid. And Tyrell knows that, and he's going to get his chance. And when he does, he'll make the most of it because he plays phenomenal defense. So.
The only thing I noticed, I was kind of shocked, actually. Your bench usually gives you 6-8 points a ball game, and it's just your 5 starters tonight that scored. And I thought, well, that's kind of unusual.
Yeah, that's it, and that's got to get better. I think some of those guys had some good shots, especially like Andrew inside. We just got to convert on him a little more, and he will. And some of it, guys like Kyler and John Michael that are getting some of their first minutes, they're still learning where those shots are, and that'll come with time. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, Coach, I know you want to get to your team, but, hey, congratulations on a great victory tonight. Thank you for coming up and talking with us. And at home on Friday night against Sacred Heart Knights, and we will. Well, I won't. Mike, you gonna be able to be there Friday night?
We'll have to talk about that.
Okay. So Dale maybe not just be by himself.
But I tell you what. Sacred Heart girls are going to be in looking for revenge on volleyball, and the boys are going to be in looking for revenge on football. Yeah, it's going to be a humdinger.
It's going to be a tough one come Friday night, but Minneapolis will be at home. Guys, come out and see these kids play. Just a great group of kids, a class act group of kids. Come out and watch them play, and cheer your Lions on against Sacred Heart Friday night.
Yeah, don't just come watch them. Cheer them on.
Yeah, absolutely. So
make your presence known.
A great victory tonight for the Lions, both girls and boys. So for myself, Scott Osherman.
And Mike Perry.
And Dale Leach.
Good night from Ellsworth,
Good night,
Kansas.
everybody.